I think Kyle Shanahan has a really weird relationship with quarterbacks. Comes on strong early, makes them feel good, and then really, really cuts them down. Makes them question everything about themselves. And that brings us to Brock Purdy. So right now, Brock Purdy saved Kyle Shanahan's butt last year. Season was going down the drains because Kyle couldn't keep any of his quarterbacks healthy. And then this third string, Mr. Irrelevant, comes in and plays well enough for the team to go to the NFC Championship to extend the win streak they already were on. The way Purdy did it, though, he didn't play like Jimmy, who had become a robot under Kyle Shanahan. He played like a quarterback. He made his own decisions. He made his own plays. He extended plays. He didn't always do exactly what Kyle told him to do, and it worked. Kyle's going to make sure that Brock doesn't do that anymore. Kyle's going to coach that out of Brock's game. Kyle's been really nice to Brock so far, is what I'm sensing. Thank you for saving my season. The honeymoon is great. It's so nice to meet you. We've been on a few dates. Love you, Brock. But as soon as Brock starts freelancing this year and abandoning plays that Kyle drew up, Kyle's going to be really hard on Brock. Brock's going to start to feel like there's nothing he can do that's good enough, because that's what happened to Jimmy. If you remember, Jimmy Garoppolo came to the Niners, didn't know the offense, got thrust onto the field due to injury, and just winged it. Made plays, scrambled around, played the best football of his career, got a mega contract that made him the highest paid player in the league, came back the next year, and Kyle turned him into a robot. A freaking robot. He was way worse. You're thinking, man, Jimmy's going to be way better this year because now he knows the offense. No, now he's micromanaged by Kyle Shanahan. And to Jimmy's credit, he did let it affect his play, but it didn't like affect his psyche. It seemed like he didn't give a damn and could sort of take it in stride. He was older than Trey. He was, he'd had the seal of approval from Bill Belichick. He seemed like he had a little bit more experience, maturity, natural self-esteem. Maybe not natural self-esteem, but acquired self-esteem in New England. Never let Kyle Shanahan's negativity get to him or ruin him. But let's see what Brock Purdy does. Brock Purdy didn't get drafted by Bill Belichick in the second round. He wasn't labeled the heir apparent to the greatest quarterback ever like Jimmy was. Brock's just Mr. Irrelevant, who had a great couple of months and then tore his UCL, and now what is he? He's a guy who's indebted to Kyle. He plays a certain way, and when Kyle says play differently, stay in the pocket and do what I say so I can take all the credit, because when you scramble around, then you get the credit. It's not, when you scramble around, Brock, all of a sudden my offense becomes your offense. And that's not okay. It's not about how many points we score. It's about who gets credit while scoring the amount of points that we score. And I would rather score 24 points a game doing it my way than 30 points a game doing it your way, pal. So guess what? Stand still. Get the ball out of your hands. That's what I'm expecting from Brock. And I don't think it's going to be good. I think Kyle Shanahan, I think Brock's best stretch will be this last stretch we saw this year. And he's going to get steadily worse, not because of him, but because Kyle Shanahan is a micromanager. And what Brock's going to feel is once he pushes back, he's going to get the Trey Lance treatment. If he ever pushes back, Sam Darnold time. And that's what Kyle does. He makes it real clear to his quarterbacks that they're really replaceable. It's not your offense, it's my offense. And if you don't do exactly what I freaking say, I'll find someone else who does. Brandon Allen will do it. And he'll have a line of guys down the street of mediocre to bad quarterbacks who are dying to do whatever the hell it is he says. But if you want a great quarterback, usually they do what they want to do. Does Patrick Mahomes stand in the pocket and say, oh my God, I'm not allowed to move. I'm not allowed to do a damn thing unless Andy Reid told me to do it. Or does he just do what he wants to do? And does Andy Reid say, thank God I have that guy on my freaking team? I don't think Kyle would ever say, thank God. He didn't want Patrick Mahomes. Literally didn't want him. Didn't scout him. So Brock, you know that little flair for the creative that you got? It's gone. Kyle's going to coach it out of you. And all you people who are really excited about Brock, watch. Kyle's going to do it to him too. He's going to do to Brock what he did to Jimmy. And eventually, in a few years, Brock will be the next dude in the club of quarterbacks that don't have nice things to say about Kyle. That's my prediction. So hope I'm wrong about that and that Brock Purdy has a really fruitful career. Ink Talk TV says, my thing about Brock and the Purdy people sounds like a band, LOL. The Purdy people is that nobody's afraid of him. No team is like, dang, we got to play Brock. I'm going to start saying that, though. Dang. Yeah, you're right. Fire the Great says, plot twist, Brandon Allen to win us a Super Bowl and get a huge contract. Purdy and trade gets traded, and Kyle gets all the credit for developing a 30-year-old. Yeah, and Kyle's dream. Will Jimmy be good without Kyle? I think so. That'll be very interesting. Niners game plan for the Raiders in 2 weeks. Game plan for practice? Practice. Hard. Stacked days. Last Second Sports says, hey, can you keep it down a bit? I can hear you upstairs. Hey! I'm doing a show! This dude lives with me for one day.